PhotoFusion includes buckets, which appear down here in the Organize tab. A bucket is sort of a placeholder for images. You can organize however it makes sense for the work you're currently doing. If you're a school photographer, it might be grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, or football versus soccer versus baseball. If you're working with a wedding, it might be indoors, outdoors, bride, groom, family, whatever you like. But it allows you to quickly organize things into groups. I'm looking at children here. I'm going to organize pictures of my youngest daughter here into bucket 1. All I did was select this image and drag it into bucket 1. If I click here, you'll see that's the one image that the bucket contains. Now I'm going to go back to the folder that we were looking at and say that the second bucket will be for my second child. Instead of dragging it from here into the second bucket, I'm simply going to click the 2 key, and you'll see that the image was automatically dropped into the bucket. And that, in combination with the arrow keys, allows you to work very quickly indeed. This image here has already been put into bucket 1. I'll use the right arrow key to move to the next image and also tap 1 because it's the same child going into the first bucket. In the first bucket, we've already categorized that image, but I'm going to say that is also going into bucket number 2. This image here belongs in bucket 1, and now this image has both of my daughters, so it belongs in both bucket number 1 and 2. What I'm doing is I'm tapping the numbers keys every time I say that, and we'll see that as I look in this bucket, we've got pictures of my youngest daughter, including one with the older daughter, and here in bucket 2, we've only got 2 pictures so far, including the one with both of them. This allows you to work very quickly. This is my father-in-law. I'll tap 4 to put him in bucket 4, 2. Now this image contains my son, which we'll put in bucket number 3. And you see that it showed up there in the bucket 3 icon at the bottom. It's also got my daughter 2. And now you've got a sense of how quickly you can work. I'll just finish off categorizing all of these images. That's 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and so on. My point is that in a few seconds, I was able to get all the pictures of my youngest daughter, my middle child, and my son, as well as an outlier, my father-in-law, who belongs in none of those previous 3. Now that I've arranged things into a bucket, it's very easy for me on the Create tab to hover here over the Buckets button, and I'll see bucket 1, and bucket 2, and bucket 3. You'll notice that I have this option, Remove Dropped. That allows me to say I want to take this image and place it on the canvas. Now the next time that I go and look, that image has been removed from the bucket. So that's a very powerful way to bring things from the organizer into the Create tab. You can also, once you've got these things organized up like this, assign keywords. For example, this is, I'm going to assign the keyword youngest, and this will have the keyword middle, and this will have the keyword oldest. And this will allow me to find things very quickly. For example, here I can just click and see that it has the keyword oldest. This, because it was present in both buckets 2 and 3, has the keywords middle and oldest on it. Now if I go to the Create tab and say I want to search for the keyword oldest, I'll find all the pictures that I've tagged with that keyword, and I'll be able to drag and drop them and get a result very quickly. Finally, when I'm working with buckets, I can choose to add new buckets by clicking out here and saying New Bucket. Now I've got a new unnamed bucket to work with. I can also right-click and say Remove the bucket, and I can empty a bucket by doing this. Now we'll see that there are contents and that this bucket here is empty.